You don't hear any of that shit, because that's not me. It is what it is. No point crying over spilled milk.
I want to come out and apologise because I feel, you know, it's appropriate to make that apology to the people who came to the press conference and the viewing audiences. I sincerely apologise, and I'll try and improve. But people...
It was quite threatening, actually, and quite... You know, if I was a bit of a snowflake, then I'd have been upset, I'd have been offended by it, because it was threatening, he was calling it on, and he was saying basically, watch your back, and you don't want to go back to prison. So he needs to be careful, doesn't he? I mean, he's talking...
Tyson Fury finally reacted after his father, John Fury, publicly apologized to Carl Froch following the legal storm that erupted from their infamous press conference clash. What shocked many fans was not what Tyson said, but what he did not say. There was no passionate defense of his father. No criticism.
He obviously needs the help, and yeah, I'm not getting involved in pettiness.
Of Carl Froch. No attempt to justify the behavior that triggered headlines across the boxing world. Instead, Tyson appeared to accept the situation for exactly what it was. His silence spoke volumes. Many observers believe Tyson understands that his father crossed a line that cannot simply be erased with a public apology.
Good morning, people. Just want to make a quick apology for my inappropriate language yesterday. You know, it's unacceptable. I accept that. You know, but emotions run high, we get involved, and it is the fight game. It was pandemonium. You know, but let me sincerely apologise for my outburst of language. You know, I wasn't alone doing it, but I want to come out and apologise because I feel, you know, it's appropriate to make that apology to the people who came to the...
Once lawyers become involved and lawsuits enter the picture, the situation changes completely. A forced apology may help calm tensions, but it does not instantly repair the damage that has already been done. Critics have argued that John Fury did not apologize because he suddenly felt remorseful. They believe the apology...
And if he does it again and he's over, he's going to get fined again. And I don't know if it's by the pound, by the ounce, what he's getting fined for, but it's an expensive...
Apology came because Carl Froch pursued legal action and left him with very few alternatives. From that perspective, this was less about regret and more about damage control. The consequences became real, and John Fury was suddenly facing a problem that could not be solved with loud words or intimidation. Carl Froch himself made his position...
An emotional being, gets into the moment, forgets himself. You can see, excuse the bad language, but this is, you know, when you see that, this is the moment when he realised he beat up. It was that, you know, when John had done it, like, shit, what have I done? But he had to own it. I think the pressure was on. The pressure is now on John to behave himself. He's distracted. A lot of attention.
Position crystal clear throughout the entire controversy. The former super middleweight champion repeatedly stated that nobody should mistake his calmness for weakness. Froch has spent his career standing across the ring from some of the toughest fighters in the world. He was never going to be intimidated by shouting, threats, or aggressive behavior at a press conference. According to Froch, John Fury entered the event believing he could dominate the room with sheer force of personality.
Madison, if my father behaved like that at a press conference, I would put him straight and tell him. It's embarrassing and it can't be happening, mate. It's a really bad look for boxing. I'm actually surprised it's been allowed to go on and happen in a place where they're at, to be honest.
Instead, he found himself dealing with someone who refused to back down. Rather than responding physically or emotionally, Froch chose a different route. He let the legal process take over. The seriousness of the situation was highlighted when boxing official Robert Smith confirmed that physical contact had occurred during the incident. That transformed the story from simple promotional theatrics into something far more controversial. What many initially...
Froch I'm fighting because I'm quite sure Carl's going to rip the life out of John after today. I think John did the job. John did the job and got the excitement going, got people talking. That's exactly what he did.
John, I know you... Dismissed as another heated boxing confrontation suddenly carried genuine consequences. Former world champion Tony Bellew was among the first prominent boxing figures to criticize the incident. Bellew did not attempt to sugarcoat his opinion. He openly stated that if his own father had behaved in a similar manner at a public boxing event, he would have immediately pulled him aside and told him such conduct was unacceptable.
I wasn't there when it happened because we was inside doing whatever we was doing, other interviews I think, and somebody showed it to me. I see John with his cut head, Look, that's not what we want. I don't want to see that happen. No one does. But I understand now both sides have made it up. They've apologised. So hopefully it's all in the past and we can concentrate what everybody's out here for.
Bellu's criticism carried weight because of his long-standing reputation within the sport. Throughout his career, he was known for delivering fiery words while still maintaining professionalism. Watching tables overturned and blood drawn at a promotional event left him genuinely disappointed. For Bellew, the issue was bigger than one man. He felt the incident reflected poorly on boxing as a whole. When respected former champions start describing an event as embarrassing for the sport, people pay attention.
Who knows? You know, they're great at self-promoting, aren't they? And, you know, listen, you've heard it all before. You've seen it all before. When Tyson Fury fights, the whole circus comes to town and everybody just jumps on board and says the first thing that comes into their head. So it is what it is. Like I said, I don't think Froch should be disappointed with that one bit. You're not, certainly. You know, so is it good for the sport? If they're promoting the fight, simple as that. They're just
heavyweight contender Dave Allen also shared his perspective, while Acknow, veteran boxing analyst Duke McKenzie, offered a different perspective. While acknowledging the controversy, he pointed out that the incident dramatically increased public interest in the event. Millions of people who previously knew little about the rivalry suddenly started talking about it. From a promotional standpoint, the chaos achieved one undeniable result: attention. Whether people loved it or hated it, everyone seemed to have an opinion. Eddie Hearn...
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's boxing, it's family. John's John. Both goading each other, both very personal, both means a lot to everybody. Shouldn't have done it, but he's done.
Echoed a similar sentiment, while making it clear that nobody wants to see violence at a press conference. Hearn also recognized the business reality. The confrontation elevated interest levels overnight. According to Hearn, the fight immediately became one of the most discussed topics in British boxing. Social media exploded with debate. Fans argued about who was right, who was wrong, and what might happen next. In terms of publicity, the incident achieved exactly what many promoters spend months trying to create. Still, not everyone...
I love that John is just so confident in himself. He would gas inside of 2 rounds. 2 rounds, but if he even made it 2 rounds with Carl Froch, he would gas probably in the first round. He's 60 years old. I'm not saying he couldn't hobble about for 4 rounds or something, but he would be gassed inside of 2. Because the way that John runs
was focused on the controversy. Some analysts returned their attention to the actual boxing matchup. The weight concept delivered one of the most direct assessments. Their argument centered on age and conditioning. John Fury may possess confidence, determination, and toughness, but at 60 years old, physical limitations become impossible to ignore. Their verdict was blunt. They questioned whether Fury could maintain a competitive pace for more than 1 or 2 rounds against a seasoned
and everybody knows Froch is a tough guy. And if Froch turns up, even though he's an old man now, he's nearly as old as me. No, he's not. He's quite younger than me, actually, Carl Froch. I'm 63. Anyway, but, you know, listen, even Carl Froch, at the age that he is at, would still be enough for John Fury.
Professional boxer like Carl Froch. Trainer Dominic Ingle offered an equally straightforward opinion. Ingle believes Froch would simply overwhelm John Fury if the 2 men ever met in a professional boxing ring. While acknowledging Fury's role in generating attention and excitement, Ingle stressed that promotion and competition are completely different things. Keeping headlines alive is one skill. Surviving against an elite former world champion is another challenge entirely. Meanwhile, Carl Froch continued projecting complete confidence throughout the entire saga.
He's behaved like a thug in a disgusting manner, and then he's able to just laugh it off and joke it off and say, you know what, anyone comes near me, they're going to get a headbutt. So it's kind of justified what he's done. He's been vindicated for what he's done, as in, yeah, it's okay to go around like that and behave like an imbecile, and then still laugh and joke and still threaten to headbutt me and Bellew. I've told you what I think about headbutting this too. You know that's...
He described John Fury in harsh terms and dismissed the threats directed toward him. More importantly, he never appeared rattled by any of it. That calm demeanor may be what unsettles opponents the most. Froch built his career on mental toughness. The louder things become around him, the calmer he seems to get. Veteran broadcaster Adam Smith highlighted this exact quality. Having covered world championship boxing for decades, Smith noted that Froch remains a fighter at heart. Even after retirement, he still carries the mindset that helped him conquer some of boxing's biggest stages. Smith revealed that Froch later joked about the entire situation, describing it
to the core. So is John Fury. Listen, it's fun, it's banter, it's entertainment. Carl said to me afterwards, hey, it's all good fun, isn't it?
If they fought, who would win?
I mean, I don't think I would go against Carl Froch ever anyway.
Okay.
In a normal fight. I mean, obviously it's a long time since he's retired, but Carl Froch is a very, very, very top fighter.
That switch up there as well.
And John Fury's a big guy, right? And he's
my comments on Tyson Fury's performance against Ngannou. A lot of people thought he'd lost. He got the decision. I'm thankful that he did, because it wouldn't look good on pro boxing, would it, getting beat by Ngannou in his pro debut as a professional boxer, because he's an MMA fighter. But anyway, that's when John went for me, and it was about 3 years ago. And he got to the point where it looked like he wanted to fight. He got offered, was it 1.5 million? He said he's not asked about the money, he wants to fight for charity.
As part of the sports entertainment, that attitude suggested a man completely comfortable with the pressure surrounding him. As for John Fury, he has shown absolutely no intention of disappearing from the spotlight. Following the controversy, he remained defiant. He insisted he was ready for whatever comes next, and made it clear that he has no plans to back down from anyone. That determination has never been questioned. John Fury has built a reputation on fearlessness. The issue, according to many critics,